Hi everyone, this is Vince Galman, and it is a very bright day here in Vancouver, in Kitsilano specifically, on the west coast of Canada. And hopefully not too bright, because I don't want to squint too much, but I'll do my best to keep my eyes open. I'm talking about innocence today, and I figured, why not do it outside? You know, Children love being outdoors. They love to play in wide open spaces, and so I've chosen a wide open space to do this brief video, this short video. So it's my opinion that innocence, reclaiming our innocence, is one of the highest achievements on the spiritual journey. Now you can use the word achievement or not, but it's the word that comes to me. It's a big achievement to reclaim it and to embody it and to express it, because there's so many reasons why innocence is taken away from us as children, and when our innocence is taken away from us, we lose our essence. We don't actually lose it; it's still there, but we lose touch with it. And what I love about the word innocence is that it means in essence. So innocence in essence. So as we lose touch with our essence, we lose touch with our innocence. And then we spend many years or decades trying to reclaim it. Now, there's a whole bunch of reasons why we lose touch with our innocence. For me personally, it's been a long journey to reclaim my innocence. And what I had to go through was really confronting all the ways that I blamed myself and shamed myself for what I experienced as a child. I went through a lot of adversity, and like a lot of kids do, they take it on. They blame themselves. They make it their fault. It's my fault is a very common shame-based belief that takes us away from our innocence. And of course, children unconsciously blame themselves a lot of the time for what happens at home, because it's a survival response, because they need their parents so much. They need to know that their parents have their highest interests. They need to know that that their parents are there for them, that it's too devastating to believe that their parents would actually intentionally or want to harm them. So to cope with that, children blame themselves. If they blame themselves and make it their fault, then that protects their image of their parents. And if it protects their image of their parents, then it protects their relationship and the attachment with the parents. And of course, as most of you or all of you know, children will sacrifice authenticity for attachment time and time again, because they need the attachment. It's a biological imperative for their survival. They need to know that their parents are there for them. So children, as a survival response, have to blame themselves. So there's self-blame and self-shame. And in that, there becomes a loss of innocence. And so it can take a long, long time for us to reclaim that. So a common belief I had to work through was, I am wrong. I am wrong is very common in my years of client work, of helping people heal. I've worked with so many clients who had to work through I am wrong, as well as I am bad. So I am bad too is a very common shame-based belief. And of course, when we believe I am wrong and I am bad, we lose our innocence. And the thing is, to look at this more specifically, we see ourselves as not being innocent of what happened, and that's the key thing. If I blame myself, I say I'm at fault. And if I'm at fault, I'm not innocent. You see what I'm saying? So as I'm not innocent, I lose my innocence. So a big part of my own healing journey was to recognize that it wasn't my fault. No matter what happened, and no matter how much I took it on as my own as a kid, it wasn't my fault. And so that allowed me to then see myself, that little one in me, as being innocent of what happened. And in that, I reclaim my innocence. And so it's really important to see that coupling of those two words. And it's no easy journey to reclaim our innocence. I mean, this took me a long, long time. I remember finally reaching a point during a ceremony, a shamanic ceremony, where I just stood up and I just said, I am innocent. I am not carrying this blame and the shame anymore. And it was an unbelievable experience. It was so powerful. I felt all this energy suddenly come back into my body. And I just reclaimed my life force. I reclaimed my spirit. And I set my inner child free, and I set myself free, because I just was no longer willing to believe that story, which again was a survival adaptation story. I had to take it on to survive because I needed to believe my parents were there for me, and my caregivers were there for me. So I wanted to offer this to you as a perspective, and when we reclaim our innocence, we reconnect to our heart. I believe that in the still small center of our heart, there's what's called the Star of Innocence. And we reclaim that star, and that star can then shine more brightly through us. And if we look at some of the luminaries of history, the great teachers, the great spiritual teachers, they often spoke highly of children because they were exemplaries of innocence. They were, as we often say, closest to God. And I just wanted to read a couple of quotes. And one is from Jesus, who often spoke highly of children. And he said, "Verily, I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven." Basically, unless you become like little children, unless you reconnect to your innocence, you're not going to reclaim your essence. It's so important. And Black Elk, who was a member of the Sioux tribe, the Sioux Nation, stated beautifully, grown men can learn from very little children, for the hearts of little children are pure. Therefore the Great Spirit may show them many things that older people miss. And so I just want you to know that, although I'm not with you physically, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to the courage that it takes to travel this journey of reclamation, of reconnecting to our spirit, of reconnecting to our essence, of reclaiming our innocence, and reintegrating and loving the star child, or what I call the inner star child within. And in that we really birth a new kind of humanity that is centered in the heart, centered in the Star of Innocence that is you. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching all my videos. And if you enjoy this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I shall see you again. Thank you.